Hello, this is Ruth Ann. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a part one of a two-part, probably two-part, possibly three, because I have a lot of empties here to cover. So I'm just going to get started. My first one is Ruby Velvet by Oscar de la Renta. It's such a beautiful bottle. This is a very good value for money fragrance if you really like that patchouli, the type that's in La Vie est Belle, or the type that's in Coco Mademoiselle. It's that real peppery type of patchouli. It's not at all earthy. It's very sweet, mixed with orange blossom. It's very pretty, but it's just not the type of patchouli that I prefer to wear. I find it challenging and cloying. But I do enjoy the scent, so I use this almost exclusively as a room and bedding spray. And I have fairly frequent overnight guests. My elderly mother lives with me. I come from a large family, so I have a lot of family that are coming almost every month, and then I have adult children who are married and have children, and so they come and visit. And anyway, I use a lot of bedding spray, and so that's how I use up. People often ask me, I get that a lot in the comments, how do you go through these perfumes? And that's how. I just spray a lot, spray frequently. There's no magic to it. It's just spray, spray, spray. And really, perfumes nowadays don't last more than 4 to 6 hours. And so it's not like my home smells really strongly. It's temporary. But yet my goal is that when my guests get into their room and get into their bed, that they have a sense of everything is clean and fresh. So anyway, this scent lasts about 4 to 6 hours. It's very pretty, but you have to like that type of sweet patchouli. Not one I'm going to rebuy, but I did enjoy it. Next up, I have Rihanna's Nude. This is a tester bottle. This is just a very plain, very generic, sweet, fruity floral. It's not at all historically what nude fragrances tended to be, which were more musk, clean skin scented. This is really more of a sweet, fruity floral. So it's kind of a white musk, sweet. It's very generic. I thought it was very boring. Doesn't last very long. And again, I really didn't wear this. I used this solely as a room and bedding spray. Next up, I have Klein Blazer. This is a chypre fragrance from the 1970s. It smells very much 1970s. If you like Halston, if you like Charlie, you will like Klein Blazer. It's an oak moss fragrance that dominates. It also has some musk and other earthy notes. This is a very earthy, non-sweet fragrance. Lasts a good 6 hours. It's a little, I liked it, but it's got a sourness to it that I didn't prefer. So what I will wear instead, I think, over getting another bottle of this would be just straight up wearing Revlon's Charlie, which I think is a smoother, more pleasant version of a chypre than this. It's similar enough, but like I said, there's a sourness to it, and I don't know where that note comes from. But if you like chypres, this is a very inexpensive blind buy, but you've got to like chypres. If you aren't, really into that kind of oak mossy, earthy fragrance, this is not one you're likely going to enjoy. Next up, I have a fragrance here called Eternity Memory. I purchased this on eBay. It was very inexpensive, and I don't think this is actually made by Calvin Klein. This is probably a knockoff, and it's probably the type of fragrance that you would find at a Five Below. It's definitely, the bottle looks like Calvin Klein. Eternity Memory sounds like Calvin Klein, and it's not. So even though I am a very experienced eBay purchaser of fragrances, I got taken on this one. It probably was about $12, it didn't last at all. This is really more like a body spray. It smelled very much like you would expect an Eternity's flanker to smell, however, but it didn't last. It was very fleeting, and again, this was strictly a bedding spray. Don't recommend this, by the way. Next up, I have Jovan Musk. This is called Musk Oil, if you can see that on the bottle. Musk Oil. And this one is actually an eau de parfum. And I found this on eBay, bought a couple of bottles. To be honest, it doesn't last any better than the regular cologne spray with the orange top. That's the one that I recommend. I used this up, and I did wear this because in my work I cannot wear fragrance, and this one you can wear easily. It stays so close to the skin that you can get away with this easily in a perfume-free zone if you spray it on skin and not clothes. Jovan Musk, as I've covered many times on my channel, is a very sexy, slightly soapy, yellow musk. It's about as close as you can get to Egyptian musk in a bottle spray form. Very beautiful, very sexy, very inexpensive. If you like musks, I definitely recommend Jovan. However, I would recommend the cologne that you can get for about $9 on Amazon, and with the orange top. Just make sure you get the orange top and not the gold top. They apparently are very different formulations. And I have my latest bottle of Charlie Red. This is a really good, if you like floral perfumes and you don't want to spend a lot of money, this is a beautiful alternative. It smells like a rich, beautiful, saturated bouquet of flowers. It's probably predominantly a tuberose, but it's really well blended with all other florals, and it's just gorgeous. It lasts for hours, and you can easily get this for $12 and under for a full 100 mils. Surprisingly beautiful, surprisingly long-lasting, definitely not safe for perfume-free zones, but it's generically very, very beautiful. I highly recommend it, and I'm definitely going to get another bottle. And I think I have, I'll do one more. Alright, so this is my travel size bottle of Diamonds and Rubies. And this is actually the EDP version. Typically, the larger bottles are all EDT. This is a small EDP. Probably dates back to the 90s. I bought this on eBay. And this is the primary fragrance I wore over Christmas while I was traveling out of country to see my husband's family. And this is a old school 90s big hair kind of fragrance. It's primarily peach with a lot of musk and florals. And it's old school, but to me it smells like Christmas. It has a lot of those spicy kind of mulled wine fragrance. It's very classy, very beautiful, but you have to like peachy 90s big florals to like this. I love florals. I like almost every perfume genre out there. There's just a couple of things that I dislike in perfumery, but I love Diamonds and Rubies. It's by far my favorite Elizabeth Taylor fragrance. So that's it for my part 1 empties. I will be back soon with part 2. Thank you for watching.